Good afternoon, dear colleagues. In this video, we continue exploring the Project Explore textbook. You'll learn more about the heading My Project and how it helps students develop their language and life skills. My name is Halina Kuznetsova, and I am a Methodist in English at Ranak Publishing House. I specialize in supporting teachers developing educational materials and helping implement innovative methodologies in English language teaching. Feel free to contact me for advice, collaboration, or any questions related to English teaching resources. Project-based learning involves student designing, developing, and constructing hands-on solutions to a problem. The educational value of project-based learning is that it aims to build students' creative capacity to work through difficult or ill-structured problems, commonly in small teams. What are the essential elements of project-based learning? It focuses on a big and open-ended question, challenge, or problem. Brings what students should academically know, understand, and be able to do. It stimulates curiosity and generates questions as it helps students seek answers. Uses the 21st century skills such as critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity, among others. Builds student choice into the process. Provides opportunities for feedback and revision of the plan and the project, just like in real life. Requires students to present their problems, research process, methods, and results just as scientific research or real-world projects must stand before peer review and constructive criticism. Typically, project-based learning takes students through the following phases or steps. Identifying a problem, agreeing on or diversing a solution and potential solution pace to the problem, designing and developing a prototype of the solution, refining the solution based on feedback from experts, instructors, and or peers. As for lesson structure in project-based learning, Nush example, we have such steps as engagement, motivation, exploration, research and planning, creation, developing the project, presentation, sharing the project, and reflection, assessment, and feedback. So, dear colleagues, let's consider all these steps and let's consider some examples from our book Project Explore by Sylvia Wilden and Paul Shipton. The first step is engagement, motivation. The goal of this step is spark students' interest in the topic and introduce the project. What activities? Begin the lesson with a discussion. What do you know about Mars and Earth? Why do you think comparing objects helps us understand them better? Show images or videos of Mars and Earth to create curiosity. Use brainstorming or a quick quiz to activate knowledge about their planets. If we have the heading My Project, and we have the topic of the project, Sally's project, a comparative study, the Earth and Mars. These steps and these activities are very useful for our students. The next step of our project is exploration, research, and planning. We need to help our students gather information and organize their ideas. Activity: read and analyze Sally's project example together as a class. Discuss the table and the text to identify key comparisons: size, distance from the sun, weather. Students choose two objects they want to compare. Two planets, two sports, or two vehicles. If we have the topic about planets, so we need to compare the Earth and Mars. Guide students to research facts about their chosen topics using books, online resources, or videos. And tools which we can use, it can be graphic organizers, comparison tables like Celis we have in our book, Project Explore by Sylvia Wilden and Paul Shipton. We have the table about size, mode of distance from the sun, age, about speed and weather. And we can ask our students to record and sort information. The next step is creation, developing their project. Students write their comparative texts and design the projects. Students write sentences comparing their chosen topics using linkers of edition and context. Encourage students to use headings like size, age, made of, speed, abilities to organize their information. Students create their project on paper or digitally, adding pictures, charts, or diagrams to illustrate their comparisons. The next step is the presentation or sharing the project. Students present their findings to the class. You can organize a gallery walk where students display their projects. Students take turns presenting their projects to peers, explaining the most interesting comparisons. Encourage classmates to ask questions such as, why did you choose these two topics? What surprised you the most? And of course, we need to use reflection, assessment, and feedback because it helps to our students understand what steps were difficult for them in doing their project and what were easier. Reflect on learning outcomes and evaluate the project process. You can ask your students to discuss in small groups what was the most challenging part of the project, how did the linkers help you write better comparisons. Provide peer and the teacher feedback to improve future projects. And of course, dear colleagues, I want to share with you some benefits of project-based learning. Students work on a project over an extended period of time, from a week up to a semester, that engages them in solving a real-world problem or answering a complex question. They demonstrate their knowledge and skills by creating a public product or presentation for a real audience. As a result, students develop deep content knowledge as well as critical thinking, collaboration, creativity, and communication skills. Project-based learning helps our students to create energy among students and the teachers. And now, dear colleagues, I want to share with you some methods which you can use as formative assessment. For example, thought parking. Park your thoughts about the lesson by filling out the table. And your students need to fill out the table. What did I like? What could be improved? Any questions? Now I understand. Or they can create a book of knowledge. They need to write on the small pages how they can apply the lessons topic in life, and all the pages will be collected in a big open book. And of course, dear colleagues, I want you to subscribe to our page because here you can find methodological benefits and even announcements. So you can scan QR code and find our page in Facebook. And of course, dear colleagues, if you have any questions, you can join to our group in Viber and find here colleagues from all the corners of Ukraine and communicate with them. You can communicate with me, and we can find all the answers on your different questions. And I'm looking forward to our next videos. See you later. Goodbye, dear colleagues.